Welcome back to my channel. I'm Sophie, and would you believe it, this is actually going to be a July garden tour, but the weather in the UK at the moment is pretty miserable and it's windy and it's rainy, and if I manage to do a whole tour without it raining, that will be a miracle. The garden is looking beautiful, but it is very windswept. So let's go and have a look at what is looking beautiful in July. So I am going to start this tour in the statue garden, which is looking beautiful, but yeah, like I said, very, very windswept. I really could do with getting out here to do a few jobs, but I just don't love gardening in the wind. It's not my favourite thing to do. So let's have a quick whiz around and have a look at what is looking good. So over here in the shady corner, it is the time for a still bee to do their thing, and they are looking beautiful. I really, really love this plant. I think often there's a misconception that shady areas can't have colour, and astilbe are just the perfect way to add colour to shadier spots. I absolutely love them. The hydrangea's not looking too good. It has been a bit snail damaged and it's taken a little while to get going. But I mean, it's looking all right. The ferns are looking great. The bleeding hearts are going yellow, which means that for me it will be nearly time to cut them down to the ground, and then I will divide them ready for next year, and I will show you how to do that. Heucheras are looking lovely. Absolutely love a heuchera. They grow extremely quickly, so that clump will definitely be ready to divide. That'll be another one that I can do in the autumn. Then it's a shame all these lovely summer bulbs are just a little bit floppy and windswept, as are some of the lovely annuals that I've grown. These are Lavatera dwarf pink blush. Everyone is obsessed with these. I am too. Absolutely love them. Roses have really had a battering. This is a really new rose. So the stems are quite weak, but that definitely needs deadheading as well. But I will do that at some point this week. I just need to make time to do it. This corner is work in progress, shall we say. I lost a lot of perennials. My idea for this, because it was behind a seating area and I didn't have very good access to deadhead and stuff, was to have wafty floaty vibes. So I've got my tall grasses, my verbena, and then last year I planted in lots of salvia, agastache, but I lost all of that in the wet winter that we had. So yeah, the planting is a little bit sparse, but some things are looking really good. So I've got a verbena Bampton here, which is just starting to flower. The grasses are really starting to wake up. So it is getting there, but that little corner's work in progress. This rose has finished its first flourish of flowers. It's pruned back. I'm just waiting for the next ones really. And then this is looking really full, and there are lots of flowers, but there is lots more to come. And I've just spotted actually a little penstemon. Oh my god, look how beautiful that is. This is my favourite penstemon of all times, but for some reason it's slipped the staking. That stem has anyway, but it should be in with this lot, I think. I'll tie that up in a minute. But yeah, I absolutely love that. So July is definitely the time when the penstemons start to flower. I've got a lot of deadheading to do. I really want to keep this Orlea going, so I must do that today. I'll grab a little bucket and have a little session. Nepeta, Geranium Rosanne's looking amazing. It's just looking very purple and very beautiful. This Clematis over here is looking amazing. This is Blue Angel. That's a new one that I added last year, but it's done so well. I've then, that Lavatera's blown along the support actually, but I've got another new Clematis in there, which is really pretty. You just can't see it right now. And a Thalictrum that looks like it needs staking a little bit. Yeah, everything basically has just blown everywhere. Oh, that's a lovely phlox. That was a new one last year. That's put on so much growth. That looks amazing. So yeah, lots more phlox coming out. I Chelsea chopped my phlox. They're a little bit late, later than they would have been if I hadn't have done that. Larkspur, more Orlea, and yeah, just repetition of all of those plants really. I like to repeat my planting. Loads of bees I can see buzzing around, but not many butterflies this year, which makes me really sad. I don't know if it's a low butterfly year so far because of all the wet, but that's a real shame if it is. This Gadisha I am obsessed with. I grew this from seed in the autumn, so it's been a long time coming to get it to flower, but I just love it so much. I definitely need to grow more of that. Then I've got this Thalictrum here, which has started to flower. That's fallen over as well. That's not good. But I love Thalictrum. Thalictrum is just like the July flower of dreams, in my opinion. I've just bought some seeds to grow some more. The pond, we've got a leak, so we need to get a new liner and sort that out. But the pond area is looking really good, really full, really green, really natural. We're really pleased with that. So yeah, not an awful lot to see here. Just yeah, a lot of wafty gorgeousness, but a lot of the flowers are just so slow, so slow. This hydrangea is only just coming out now. So yeah, looking pretty. So let's go and have a look at the other garden. So the garden wraps around the foxglove tree. Oh yeah, all the England flags obviously are up. The foxglove tree, this is the first year I've had it here, and it is loving life. It is really loving life. It's got so big. God knows what it's going to be like by the autumn. I think I'm going to have to try and train it to control it, but I do love it. Anyway, round to the cut flower bed and the container garden, which is looking amazing. So bamboo's looking good. Yes, another England flag. This is what happens when you live in a house of boys. Geranium Roseanne. So this was my kind of new planting experiment to brighten up the back of the boys' goal, and I just love it. The steeper grass is doing really well. So yeah, I'm pleased with all of that. And over here, we've got agapanthus and a bit of bamboo that's blown down. So that is about to burst into flower. Love that. The Fatsias have grown a phenomenal amount. We're gonna really think about taking some of those stems out because they've got so big. I love it. We wanted a jungle vibe seating area, and we definitely have got that. Californian lilac has finished flowering. In the next week, I need to really hard prune that back because you have to be careful with that. If you prune it at the wrong time, they're not awfully happy with you. So I need to do that. A little selection of purple pots, which need deadheading. Also got a pot that needs to go. I just haven't done that. And then look how beautiful this looks since last time you were here. And I don't even think I did a June update. Life just has been crazy busy. But this flower bed just brings me so much joy. Literally I think I worked it out to be 8 weeks or something since I planted it up. And it's all come into bloom. So this is dahlia tubers plus things I grew from the autumn. So snapdragons, larkspur, corn cockles, scabious. I think that's it in there. But yeah, it's just looking so full. I've got the first of the dahlias in here coming out. This is Miss Sophie, very pretty. And this one, I'm actually not sure what it is because I don't think it's what I ordered. I thought it was Genova. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, although it is going pinker by the day because it was very white when it opened. So it could be Genova. I'm not sure about what's going on with some of these dahlias. I'm convinced this one's got some sort of virus, so I am keeping a really close eye on it and making sure that if it does flower, that I make sure I sanitize my stems between each cut to stop the risk of anything spreading. I've done a lot of research, and I have seen some growers who don't get rid of mosaic virus, just do what I said with the cleaning of the tools. So, I mean, that would be unfortunate if it did. But all of these ones look really healthy, loads of healthy growth, loads of buds coming. These ones are finally catching up. I have had quite a few with gall this year, which means that my bed is not as full as I would have liked. But it's just one of those things you can't control. I don't know why I've had a bad year for it. Just unlucky, I guess, with some of the varieties I ordered, perhaps. But anyway, I'm still really pleased with it. Then over here, sorry, this is a bit of a flying tour, is Harvey's little veg patch, and we have got courgettes growing well in there. I think Harvey said he spied a pumpkin, but I'm not sure if we have actually got one growing yet, or if I'm gonna have to hand pollinate. Ouch, anything, I don't know. We'll see. I can't. Oh, I've got one flower open down there. Yeah, maybe I might have to hand pollinate. We'll see. We'll see how they go. Can you hear my neighbour's chicken about to lay an egg? Then over here is just some stuff that I grew from seed that hasn't got, oh god, that needs tipping out, that just hasn't got a home yet, or I'm not quite ready to decide where to plant it, so I've just left them over here. I need to move these off of that. They're okay, but yeah, some of these, oh my god, honestly, the rain has just been atrocious. In fact, I'll do that job in a minute, but yeah, you can see what we're up against. Really, really, really wet conditions. And then in here are my biennials. So you sow them now and they will flower next year. So now is the perfect time to be sowing your biennials. So as you can see, I have got lots of germination, lots growing, which is amazing. And I've just had to put lids on to protect them from the heavy rain. But they seem fine and they seem healthy, which is good. Oh god, loads of deadheading that needs doing. Like I said, I need probably an hour in the garden just to keep on top of some deadheading, but the weather's just been so wet. But I reckon I could probably do an hour today. So the kids' pool is up. The container garden is all in place and is looking really good. I've got to get some proper stake toppers to go on these because I know the balls don't look great, but the boys are in and out of here, so I have to make sure that they are safe. And it's the first year that I've had this skinny border as a cut flower border. Normally I just have it as dahlias, and actually I think it's doing all right. It has had the odd football land in here, which is a bit annoying. And I have got one dahlia which has not done well at all. It's teeny tiny. Actually, yeah, that doesn't look good at all. So I think what I will do is, I've got some dahlias in pots here which are unlabelled. I'm not sure what they are. I think I will plant one of them in here just so that I've got a nice dahlia in there. But yeah, everything that I grew is just flowering and looking beautiful. These are calendula, snow princess. Love that variety. And then yeah, just look at the container garden. It's just looking amazing. It's so full, and it's just my favourite time of year for the container garden because there's lots of things that haven't flowered yet, loads of things that haven't flowered yet. So it's all looking very green. The pots kind of all blend really nicely. Yeah, it's just looking amazing. But definitely, gosh, don't I know it, with the lack of sun we've had. Like my canna lily, this is like the sad station up here. There's just so much which is nowhere near flowering. So none of that's in position yet because it's nowhere near at all. So I'm not sure when any of that will flower. Got the first of my dahlias in pots that are flowering. That's totally tangerine. But yeah, it's just looking really full and I'm absolutely loving it. So there we have it. Kind of a flying tour around the garden. Yeah, it's a shame with the weather, but everyone is suffering the same fate in the UK, I think, with just the wind and the rain. We can only hope that the weather improves. I mean, it's good that we haven't got to do watering. It's good because I did my slug treatment and that requires the ground to be kept moist afterwards, so that's a bonus. It's yeah, it's great for watering, but I think everyone is feeling that the flowers are just so slow this year, which they are. I feel like my sweet peas have just stopped now. Um, they were doing really well when we had sun, and now they're just yeah, they're not bothered now. They're done. Um, so yeah, there's a quick little tour. I will try and not leave it too late. I reckon within 2 weeks we'll have a lot more flowers. I hope. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that and I will see you soon. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and hit the bell icon if you would like to be notified of any future videos which I upload. And don't forget, all the details below are there for my gardening courses and my free grow alongs. Thanks for watching.